Hi, my name is Ashish. I'm the founder of NextBigWhat. Before starting NextBigWhat, I was into product management functions across different companies like Yahoo, i2, and others. Um, Over the last few years, I have seen a lot of great startups, great product companies launch. But at the same time, the definition of product management function has not really changed much. It has changed from a practical usage point of view, but when it comes to understanding the core functions, there hasn't been a lot of effort by others. This is our attempt to actually unbox product management for a whole lot of you who are interested in getting into product management, who have gotten into product management by chance and now figuring out what am I supposed to do. Let's first get started with the very basic definition, that is, what exactly is product management? If you do a Google search, this is what you will get. This is a traditional wisdom which says product management sits between UX, the tech, and the business element. That is, product management intersects across these three major roles in a company: user experience, technology, and business. This Venn diagram was created by Ericsson in 2011. This was way before the new era of products came in and transformed a lot of industries. Problem with this definition is that it assumes that this role is same or standard across industries, companies, geographies, and even within teams. The truth is, every company has its own definition of the word product management. For instance, a product manager in, say, Uber does totally different functions as compared to product manager in Tesla. So let's take a first principle approach to defining what exactly is product management. Here is the reality. This is what product managers actually go through. They interact with marketing team, sales, support, analytics team, leadership, customers, competition, and engineering. Depending on who you are and what kind of company you work for, the role will vary. But on an average, these are the initial set of people whom you would be interacting with. That is marketing, sales, engineering, design, support, your customers, your competition, etc., etc. Right? Common wisdom, which is UX design, UX business, and tech, often misses out on the fact that product management definition changes with industry, location, company type, and company culture. For instance, product management role is different across B2B and B2C businesses. If you're working for, say, a SaaS company in healthcare versus a SaaS company in education, your roles will be different. It's different across US and non-US geographies. So for instance, let's say you are an Indian arm of a global product company like, say, Oracle. The very definition of product management for Oracle team in US is different from Oracle team in India. Similarly, across companies of similar size and domains, if there are two companies who have two similar approaches, that is, let's say two companies in consumer space, but they have, even though they are in same domain, the word and the role of product management will be different across these companies. So what's the right way to go about defining the product management function? First principles, important elements to consider: company type and role definition. That is, every company every company type has its own definition of the word and need of different product management functions. For instance, if you're an engineering driven company, you would expect your product managers to understand technology deeply. You would expect your product managers to build products for future. For instance, if you are product manager in, say, Tesla or Google, and you're building AI products in Google, you need to really understand all the different patents, all the different researches which are happening in AI, which are happening in, say, electric vehicles if you work for Tesla, right? So it needs a lot of technology capability to do that. So you cannot be a non-tech product manager over there. Similarly, if you work for a business-focused company, let's say a company like Oracle or Sales, that is typically the sales-focused companies, you have to really understand the business side very well. For instance, you would be handling large customers. Let's say you work for a company like Oracle, Informatica, some of those big companies, Salesforce. You have to really understand, how do I handle large customers? If you work for SaaS companies, you have to really understand, how do I handle large customer base, which could be mid-sized customers. And your role will largely be about understanding customer requirements. So you have to really understand the business of your customers very well and articulate those requirements to your team. If you work for, say, consumer companies, now consumer companies, the landscape changes very frequently. If you're working either in, say, fintech, you're dependent on so many things, regulations, or say you're working for a cab company, so regulations change with each and every country, city. So your role is largely about understanding the changing landscape and, importantly, bringing consumer behavior to the table. So you need to have a lot of insights, and so these insights are driven by curiosity and experiments, not by opinion, not by mere opinions. So for instance, a product manager in Uber on an average is talking to your right from engineering team to design to customers, everybody else, right? So, but the core function that, for instance, when Uber launched Uber Lite, that was driven by somebody in the team who said that, we are going after emerging economies, we need to develop a light product because the data and phone capabilities are not as what we expect. So what it means is that the role changes with company type, but largely this is what the product management definition is. That is, it is an intersection of business, capability, and customer. If you go back to the earlier definition, it was UX, technology, and business. I would rather say the product management function today is a function of business, capability, and understanding customers. You cannot isolate from any of these. When I say business, you have to really understand the business model. What is it that, what are the different models that you can execute on, pricing, etc., etc. Capability is important. UX, as was defined in 2011, it's a small skill set in the larger picture. You need a lot of other skill sets like engineering. You have to understand engineering, you have to understand design, customer empathy, etc., etc. And most importantly, the product manager has to really understand customers very, very well. So if you really want to get into product management, take a look at this and evaluate what kind of company do I want to work for. If it's a company which is largely business oriented, I need to have business skills. I need to have more empathy skills. I need to have more articulation skills. But if the company is more engineering driven, that is capability driven, like say Google, I need to really be on top of it. So product management definition varies from company to company, industry to industry, location, and even companies across the same domains. The important thing is to understand that great product leaders bring a lot of great mix between these skills: business, customer, and capability. This is what I would leave you with, that great product managers prioritize between engineering, sales, design, and all different functions, keeping customers on top of everything else. So if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. My email ID is ashish@nextbigwhat.com, and all the best in your product career.